Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Kate. You may previously know me as ADCrafter 2021. I ran that channel about 2 years ago and then I sort of stopped posting. Recently I've returned to ADIG in July, I think, and from there I really thought I should sew the sewing patterns that I made, and so here we are. This project was really fun and I hope you all enjoy. For the sewing pieces, you want to have two of the sleeves cut out. You want to have one of the front piece of the bodice that cut on a fold out, and then you want to have two pieces of the back. And for the ruffle around the empire waist, I made mine 2 inches by 22. Actually, it's a little short because this is scrap fabric from a different project. So mine's a little shorter than that, but I would suggest either like a 3 inch by 22 or a 2 inch by 22 strip for the ruffle that will go around the waistline. The first thing that you want to do is you want to sew across here to connect the back pieces to the front piece and make sure they're good side to good side. We wouldn't want any mistakes happening. The next thing you want to do is you want to cut little slits in each of these little corners here, because we're going to cut this down and we want it to look smooth and clean. After you cut the little slits in each of the little corners, you want to fold the pieces down and iron flat. After you iron it, it should look like this. Then you want to sew around it to make sure the flaps stay down, and you can top stitch it or just go over it on this side. It doesn't matter that much. So after you sew that, you want to take the sleeves and you want to do a gather stitch around the side. You can gather it with a long length and just your same tightness, and then gather that by hand, or for me, I set my machine tightness to 9 and then I make it on this longest length and it will gather it for you. You want to sew a channel. It can be however big that you want. Mine's going to be around this big, but you want to make sure that goes around the entire thing because we'll be threading elastic through. Same goes for the other sleeve, but don't thread the elastic through yet. We'll do that once it's attached to the main bodice. After you do that, you'll want to pin it to the bodice along this curved line here. You'll want to pin the sleeve that way. The next thing you want to do is you want to cut out 2 5.5 inch in length strips of elastic. I think mine's 1/4 of an inch elastic, and you want to thread those through the tubes that you have on your sleeve. After you thread it through, you want to make sure the elastic's out, and you'll want to sew from here to there to complete the sleeve, and do this for both of them. After that, your bodice should be starting to look like this, and now we're just going to make the ruffle. I'm going to be adding some just fabric glue to the sides to make sure it doesn't fray, or you can fold it over and sew it like that. Just depends how wide you cut it. But I'm going to do that, wait for it to dry, and then you'll want to sew with a gathering stitch like before. Mine's going to be on 9 with 9 in the tightness and then 5 in the stitch length. After you sew these together and iron them flat, you want to make sure you attach it to the bottom of the top. After that, your top is done. I think mine turned out really well, but you can add hook and eyes in the back, or snap closures, or Velcro, or you can do grommets, which is what I did on the first one. I did little grommets, but for this one, I think I'll just do Velcro.